Afternoon, guys. Well, after 3.5 days of rain up north, it has finally stopped for a while and the sun seems to have come out. I'll just turn you around here and give you our view for the day, for the afternoon. So we've been here before, a bit of fine pruning on these shrubs. Pruned them about 8 weeks ago and we're going to knock them down now for the final cut of the year. Just to tidy things up. So let's go and have a look and see what we've got. Got a bit of berberis, bit of laurel, bit of box hedging with some spirea coming through. And they just need tidying up really. They haven't grown a lot since the last time, but I've shaped them up for the winter. And a bit of spirea, and then it just replicates itself again. So a bit of cotoneaster, another different type of cotoneaster, and a hypericum here, which has just finished. Usually has the yellow flowers on, all finished now with the berries on. So get here a bit of footage. So as I said earlier, this is only the second cut of these shrubs this year. Sometimes, as in last year, we had to cut them 3 times, but this year for some reason, whether they're a bit more sheltered under these trees and everything, getting less light and rain, but they've only actually needed 2. You did see the first video previous a few months ago, so it's just a matter of shaping and tidying. We still get paid the same money whether it's 2 or 3, because with this being contract work, we get paid on areas like this, which is a cemetery, to keep it tidy and to keep it looking at a presentable level. So a presentable level means these shrubs don't want to have 6 foot of growth above them. They need to look quite tidy, regular. So we've been quite lucky with this one this year. It doesn't always work out like that. Some areas we've got where we cut them 4 or 5 times a year. Things like cornice that you'll see later on in the video. Areas like the car parks where we need to keep visibility at a good level, and like I say, we can cut it 4 or 5 times a year. So we've had the battery pack quite a while now. We've done various videos with it, and weight wise it's great. Like I said previous on a video, when it's warm weather you do sweat sometimes with them on, but apart from that, they're a great bit of kit. One downside, if I was pruning a shrub or something and I needed to move something about or go and grab a rake just to rake something off, you're sort of having to unplug it and put it down or take your backpack off, whereas with a normal hedge cutter you would just put the hedge cutter on the floor and quickly move on. So that's probably one downside. Obviously you can get the battery gear with just the battery in, so you don't have the battery backpack, and that would do away with what I've just said. But with this gear here, which runs all day, that's probably one of the only downsides. Apart from that, if you're keeping it greased after every visit, just after every use, just up and down the bar and giving it a clean off, you find there's no problems with it. It's a great bit of kit. So really impressed with it, and like I say, we've rolled it out now. All our lads have got the battery kit now. So it's on each site. Yes, as I've said previous, we're still hanging on the petrol just for the time being. And I tend to still use the HS83, or is it 81, if we're doing any rough cutting. So if we were cutting some of these shrubs down in half and we didn't want to use a chainsaw, we use sort of the petrol stuff just to hack away at it really and reduce things with the old blades on. So they do help for that.
A stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown a mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown a mind. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
So, second and final visit of the year done to these. We've blown the shrub beds out, they just need a bit of weeding now. And then obviously the herbaceous stuff all needs cutting down, but that's for another day. And then every fortnight we come, because these trees will drop leaves for the next month or two, so every fortnight we'll come and pick up whatever these drop down. So that's another one ticked off. Like I said, we'll have to come back and just prune the leaves up every now and again. This section here, there was actually more shrubs in, but we've pulled a few out last year, some of the larger ones, and replaced them with herbaceous perennials, just because there's not much colour up there through the summer. So we're probably going to pull one or two more out in the winter, as well as underplant and put some more bulbs in, just to smarten the area up. You can change areas like that for very little. Like I mentioned on a previous video about splitting up plants, which I will get round to over the next couple of months, just showing you how you can get so many plants for free. That area up there had very little herbaceous in it, had a few geraniums and Virginia, and a few more in, but over the last spring that we've just had, we split a lot of plants up just for underplanting under the shrubs to fill bare areas, because that saves us to doing past this van. That saves us weeding for one, and it saves seeing so much bare ground, so it solves a couple of problems there. And like I said, the plants are for free because you just split them up from areas that are overcrowded. So for the sake of having a couple hours spare on each job, you can save yourself time over the year. Because an area like that, I think when we started, there was a lot of bare areas on it. It would take sort of 2 or 3 hours to go and weed, hoe it off and everything. But gradually we've, like I said, the last 2 springs we filled a few areas up there, and that's probably knocked it down to maybe an hour a month just to go up and hoe it, pick the weeds off, just to tidy it up. So like I say, it's benefiting us as well. We still get paid the same amount of money because we're just getting paid to keep it tidy. So the client's happy and we're happy because it's cutting down on manual work. As the weather's brightened up today, we've still got about an hour spare before I need to get back to open up for the lads to all come back. So I'm going to go and prune just a little area in a car park that requires doing. But the good thing with this shrub that we're going to prune here is there's very little waste to take away, and I'm going to show you why when we get to the site. So stay tuned and we'll soon get you some footage. So anybody who recognises plants will know this is dogwood. Grows like mad. This is the 3rd cut this year, so I'm just going to sort of reduce it to here. But the good thing with cornice is, and in dense areas like this where it's that thick, if you cut these 3 or 4 times in the middle, there's no sort of rubbish to take away. You can actually leave it and it'll just decompose. It won't blow out like it would on smaller areas because it's so thick. So like I say, it cuts down on the amount of waste just by cutting it up 2 or 3 times. Yes, same around the edge, we've got to take it away, but it's there won't be as much waste as you would usually get off an area. said, all tidy. I'd usually have the long pulse, the long hedge cutter for this, but didn't have it today, so just used a small one and got in the middle of it. And like I said, the rubbish will just decompose in the middle. I've tidied up around the edge and pulled all the edge stuff out so nothing can blow out. And all in all, from the job, 1 bucket of rubbish, so not too bad. These corners are easier to prune when they've got no leaves on. You drop the leaves and they're usually easier to do then, but just I've had a bit of spare time, I thought I'd just do it now. So as I said before the video, I had a sort of hour to spend, hour spare, sorry, and I was a fan of just going home. I was a fan of eating into a little bit more work that you've got to do. I prefer just, if there's a bit of time spare, just to move on to the next one. Like I say, it hasn't been the best of weeks. We're not too far behind on work, but if it gets a little bit done, and if you have 4 or 5 of them a week, that's sort of half a day's extra work that you've plugged in on the jobs. So it pays that if you've got bits of spare time and you haven't got to travel. Like this job was on the way back anyway, so I had to pass it. And like I say, got to get back to the unit. There's nothing to do in the unit apart from wait for the guys to come back, so I may as well be out earning really and get some extra jobs ticked off. So comment below what you actually do. Do you prefer just to get away, or would you drop that extra hour in here and there? And give us a like and subscribe if you're not already doing so, and we shall catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.